My name's Shane, I'm from Leeds, best city in the world. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with Adenoid Cystic Carcinoma of the lacrimal gland 2 years ago. Started with headaches during the summer a couple of years ago. I was treated for migraines initially, but it turned out to be Adenoid Cystic Carcinoma of the lacrimal gland. So everything moved really fast after I was diagnosed. Terrifying is probably the best way I can put it right at the beginning, but now if I could look back and talk to myself when I was first diagnosed, I'd say deep breaths, relax. Nothing's going to happen overnight. It just gives you've got a lot more time to process stuff. I'm a worrier and I overthink stuff all the time anyway. So I was researching everything, looking online, reading outdated information and scaring myself to death. So I think, I wish I could go back in time because I wasted a couple of years, last 2 years worrying far too much. And luckily I had a good team that once I had my GP sent me to have me, she says, just to be safe, we'll send you for a scan, and if you don't hear about it in the first 2 days, then there's no problem. And then 2 days later, the following morning, the doctor rang me, so I kind of knew something was going on. And then he says, there's a mass, do you mind if I tell you up phone, there's a mass behind your eye, could be anything, sent me off for tests. I had a surgical biopsy where they broke the temple, they left my eye in, broke the temple, took a bit of the tumour. Luckily for me, the pathologist diagnosed it for what it was straight away. They removed my eye, did loads of amazing stuff, and gave me radiotherapy. So after that, it was I was sore for a little bit, but since then everything's gone well. I'm 2 years out of treatment. They removed my eye. I had radiotherapy. I had gold standard of treatment as far as what you'd expect. I was lucky to be, when they did the pathologist report from the biopsy, I was lucky to be diagnosed correctly the first time, which is often not the case for a lot of people with SGC. They're misdiagnosed, which causes a lot of different issues. So I consider myself lucky that I'm in the position that I'm in today. I don't know if I've got anything inside me right now because I haven't been checked for 12 months, but I'm going to hopefully be getting that done before Christmas, and then I just live 1 year at a time the way you should do anyway, not stress about stuff too much. One of the main reasons that I'd like to be used as an example on the videos for new patients if they come to Salivary Gland UK. Anybody who's looking at vision loss as part of the treatment, or like I had my eye removed, it's by no way, shape or form as bad as you'd think it'd be. Your brain adjusts to the loss of one eye. You don't see a dark patch. All your vision comes through one eye, and your brain compensates for the fact that your scope of vision. So when people talk about peripheral vision, now you got your peripheral on your right, but I can see my hand on my right hand side now through the same eyes. The way the brain adjusts to it's fantastic. And I do building work for a living, and I haven't had any complaints in. So I think, it's comforting to know that it's not as life-changing as you'd think. Salivary gland cancer, I found that it was recommended to me through a friend who I'd met who had SGC as well. The biggest thing that it's given me is a reliable source of information that's relevant to people living in Britain, and the most up-to-date research, and I'd say the best part of it is the people that you meet, because I've got in touch with about 10 different people that I'm in regular contact with now that I'd never met before, never. So it's a good charity. My two sisters come up trumps for me when I was first diagnosed. My sister Vicky, she did a triathlon for me and raised some money to see me through. My other sister Becky, she helped out financially because she could. And then it's not just the the practical side of stuff, it's just like once you get a diagnosis like this, people tend to just pull together. It's something that I've got a friend who's recently been diagnosed himself with separate throat cancer, and you just want to help. You know what I mean? It's just I think it's human nature. You just want to help each other through. I'd say one piece of advice I could give people is don't be stubborn and accept help that you're offered, because you're going to get offered a lot of it, and don't try and be a hero and take the world on yourself, because you don't get a trophy at the end of it. You need to accept help and accept your situation and realise that you've got a tough time to get through your initial treatment, but it's not all dark clouds, and it can get, what is it they say? The sun will always shine tomorrow. Yeah.